here you guys can like write it down and take pictures. But so if you go on your Instagram like app, there's like a profile button at the bottom right. We're gonna go to the bars at the top right, settings, and then we're gonna go to privacy. And then so there's a switch. So private account, if it's blue and it's like to the right, then it's gonna be on. And if it's left, it's gonna be off, and then you're gonna be public. So private you want like, cause then you're gonna have like an inner circle of friends, but public like anybody can see your stuff. And I feel like public accounts you only need like if you're famous and you want everybody to see your stuff. But and yeah, that's.
Does anyone want us to go over those steps again, or should?
I got it.
Alright, you got it.
You guys you guys have any questions during presentation?
Yeah.
You can just stop us.
So Instagram stories, you can make a temporary post that only your followers can see if your account is private. It's it can only be up for 24 hours, very similar to like a Snapchat story. If your account is public, anyone can see what you post in your story. There are privacy settings on your story that can be activated, such as blocking a person from viewing the story. And there are many things that you can post in the story, such as polls and reposts. And you'll see right here where the mouse is something called Close Friends. This is a hand-picked group of your friends that can only see the post that you made. It's very similar to Private Story on Snapchat. They're both ripoffs of each other.
Is that new, that close friends thing? Is that
It's
new?
been around for a
Yeah.
long time.
Oh, has it?
I feel like it,
A lot of
Yeah,
people
got
don't
it.
know about it, but
yeah, I didn't really know about it until recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
It's definitely not that.
But if you have like a private account, you just have your friends, so you don't really need
Yeah,
to
right.
be
Okay.
a close one.
These are some examples of Instagram
So
stories.
this is like a would you rather questions. So Instagram could be fun and have all these fun features, but also it could be dangerous. And that, like, not even with these, but especially with anonymous messages where you don't know who's sending the message, that's like the most dangerous part, and we'll get into that.
So there's some dangers to Instagram. So there's many filters on social media that makes it centered for a child to feel like they need to look a certain way. And accounts have been hacked and are unable to get into their accounts because they clicked on some suspicious links sent to them. So like they'll DM you, send you a link, you'll click on it, and then you'll get hacked. In addition, anyone can comment on your post, so they can comment whatever they want, and you can see it as well. And you are not able to see if someone else screenshots a post or a story of yours, and they can screenshot whatever they want to, and you just don't know.
Can you edit people's comments or no? Can you remove
You
comments?
can like
Yes.
you can like
Yeah.
filter them as well. Like you could say like, oh, I don't want that, like them to say that word, but you could definitely delete them.
Okay.
Something that I recommend is just stay away from all links that someone sends you, or even if it, a lot of people in our grade or school have gotten hacked, and like I've been receiving messages saying like, hey, I lost my wallet, I need like $50, can you just Venmo me really quickly, I need to buy something. Don't ever like tell your kids or whoever don't fall for that, because most of the time they just going to steal money from you, and it's not the actual person that's sending you the message to someone that hacked their account.
Or someone I just saw, a friend of mine got hacked and they used his profile to reach out to all of us thinking it was him.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just like post
Yeah.
postings, so
Because once he gets or they get one person, they spread to
Right.
the next, and the next.
right.
And the text messages look so real, like you would never know.
So Instagram Reels is, I'm sure you all know TikTok. It's basically the same thing. All companies want to try to shift to the short form content because it's the most attractive to consumers. It allows other people to view other people's videos, and any video that's public and posted as a reel can pop up on anyone's Instagram Reels. So as long as that person's reel is public, there's the comment box is open, so anyone can type whatever they want. And it's one of the safer methods of Instagram. Not a lot of things happen except for me or other people mindlessly scrolling for hours on end because it's just so addicting. But yeah,
It's also catered to you, so if you like a post about dogs or something like that, it will show you more videos of dogs because the algorithm knows that you like something like that, which then leads to the endless scrolling.
Yeah, you get so wrapped in. I found myself like I sit down, it's like 5:30, and I look back and it's 6:30, and I'm still scrolling. It's crazy.
This is definitely like one of like safer because like you can send it to your friends, but like it's not like anonymous messaging like we'll go into later. You'll like know the people that very quickly.
I asked this question in the other group, but what if someone sends you something, will that topic or subject, affect their algorithm? And will they start seeing more of that?
Unless you like it,
Okay, same
I
thing.
I don't believe so.
It's something like liking and
And also
following.
like if you watch it multiple times, it goes
Yeah.
up
Okay,
like
yeah.
times you watch it.
Perfect, thank you.
So this is an example of an Instagram DM or direct message. So people can send messages to friends or celebrities. I know I've tried to send messages to my friends celebrities, not that they've answered me, but anyone can message you, but you have the decision, especially if you have a private account, whether or not to accept it or decline them. So if you have a private account, someone that doesn't follow you or you follow them, message you, there's a little separate button that says message requests, and you can see whether or not you want to accept this message and answer them, or decline them and then remove that message. So this actually is active photo because it's a screenshot taken, but with the new updates, I don't know how many years old it has been, but you can no longer see if someone has taken a screenshot. So it's just, you'll never know.
So anonymous messaging, it's gotten a lot better because a lot less people use it. When we were in middle school, apps like YOLO and Send It were very popular. But YOLO is no longer an app, but this is the Send It icon. So anonymous message apps, due to apps that exist to allow users to send people complete anonymous messages, and they need like a host app. They can't operate on their own. They need Instagram or Snapchat to send their messages through. They run through problems with these apps, so hateful messages and cyberbullying, rumors, and potentially violent messages and threats. And you can never see who sends the messages. The only way to see it is if you buy the service.
Yeah, like Jason said, they're apps within apps, so you could think your kid's on Instagram or Snapchat when they're really using apps like YOLO or Send It to message people anonymously. So that's
So you can check like if someone else has that with the app store. So if someone's like downloaded an app and deleted it, or another device has like an app that you don't have on your phone, it'll be like a cloud icon with like a remote, with a arrow, sorry. And that means that like the person, or you don't have the app, but someone else might have it. So you can always know whether or not someone has it based off of that. This is how people reach out to, or people reach out to others on Send It, on Instagram, sorry. So they can post on a story, which is in this case a story, on Send It link. So other people can click on the link, and they don't need to create an account. That's what makes it anonymous. And they can type whatever they want, and ultimately leading to a lot of threats and harms that people don't want, and that's why it's become a lot less prevalent in today's age, because people have recognized the abundance of dangers that this forum causes. So, yeah. We did that.
Okay, so messaging apps are linked to popular like social media apps, like we said, Snapchat, Instagram. It can't work like without them. It makes it easier for users to send messages because they don't have to make an account. We mentioned all of that. And then so it says YOLO, but YOLO like got like sued and now they're gone. So the main app is gonna be Send It. We showed a picture earlier, so you could like search your kid's phone or your phone and see like that app.
YOLO actually got sued because of like all the bullying and the incidents that happened. So that just goes to show like how bad these apps can be.
And as for Send It, if you post it on your Instagram story, you don't have to have the app. Only the person that posted it has to have the app, so it can spread like that.
So safety regulations with these, both of these anonymous apps, Mail and Send It, have features to try to keep their platform safe, such as reporting content. Even if the reporting options were 100% successful, which they never are, the damage is done right as the user sees the content. Nothing can prevent hateful and inappropriate content being spread on these platforms. So that's where a lot of the thrust comes from, or hateful messages, asking people to rate others, which is just cruel. But message apps could also be seen as better than account apps because they do not involve contact with strangers. But this in itself could cause a whole new set of problems because of the anonymous aspect to it, which is always dangerous.
These apps were like a huge problem when we were in middle school, but I feel like every year less and less people are using them as like people are educated what like the dangers are, and that's like a good sign. So hopefully eventually they'll not even use this.
So what you need to do, anonymous apps should never be used by children, especially at younger ages with understand the type of danger that they're getting themselves into. The dangers of the apps far outweigh few, if any, positives. The most important thing to remember is that apps usually pop up in fads, so keep a close eye on new apps in your child's phone that might be in on those apps. They usually don't last long.
And yeah, so we're not trying to like scare you or anything. We're just trying to like educate you and keep you safe. So anybody have any questions for us?
It could be about anything.
Any
but-
social media?
Send it, is there a way to erase it, or is it, if, so, my daughter has it, I just looked it up, she has it, how do I get this off her phone?
So you can go on her phone and then hold down on the app, and then like there'll be like a trash can, and then you can like,
Okay.
and you just have to check and make sure.
Got
Yeah, I think there's ways to like. There,
I think there's a parental stage. I think you can
Yeah.
coordinate it.
there could be like you could like
Also,
prohibit
the
the app.
main way that people like reach out to people and send it is through posting. So people always ask like, how do you see like the responses? Like let's say that someone posts a send it, like how do other people see the responses of the person that got the messages? So if someone gets a response, they most likely will post those responses and then they'll answer it on like their story. So I know back in the day with YOLO, I'll just be going through like 30 stories of just like people asking questions and then them answering, which was just like why it was so popular because everyone was doing it.
And this like a picture, it says no sign up needed, so you don't need to put in your email, your text message, your like anything. So it's, there's no way of tracing who said what.
But yeah, most people you send it just like for another thing to do, I guess. But it can turn like
They could take it.
And sometimes it could just be like a hey, good morning or good afternoon, but
someday you could.
there's always the risk that someone can say something harmful.
Yeah, not as popular.
Yeah, not as many people use it. I guess as we grew older and
Most people learn it the first, I guess.
yeah, that's
Have you guys been, victims of cyberbullying at all, or anything on these apps?
I had never downloaded like